Hey guys, we're back with the Screen Team, being joined by a brand new member of the team. Taylor is on the show with us, and Taylor is, Taylor's a huge Denzel fan. He loves Denzel Washington. Who doesn't, by the way?
I don't know. Crazy people.
Denzel's a great actor. He's one of the best of all time, and we've got two very interesting choices to do. And you said you like movies that are kind of under the radar, and this one is called The Equalizer. This is one that kind of passed by my radar when it first came out, but did it for you? Did you see it in theaters, or did you see it when it came out?
I did not see it in theaters, but I did see it pretty soon after it came out. I think Family Video had it up there, and so Equalizer went in. Denzel. I'm like, okay, yeah, it's a Denzel movie.
So what interests you?
Just the fact that, I've seen most Denzel. If Denzel's in it, it's, it might not be the best movie in the world, but it's going to at least be worth watching. And
Sure.
I feel like most of them are incredibly good movies. And I think the front cover of The Equalizer, yeah, it's right there.
It just looks cool,
it's
right?
Raining, he's got a gun.
He's got a gun. It's raining. You're like, yes, this is a good Saturday
about
night.
To mess somebody up.
This is a good Saturday night for sure. Denzel, he kind of, when we first meet him, he's not like this at all.
No.
He's working at Home Depot. Seems like a nice, cool guy. Very laid back. Seems very nice to his coworkers, trying to help him out.
Yeah.
One of his coworkers wants to become a security guard, so he helps train him with that, and just seems like a really nice guy. But we see little details with Denzel. He seems very particular, almost. I can't even think of the word. It's
OCD.
not OCD. Thank you.
Yeah.
He's got to have everything perfect,
Yes.
right?
Uh-huh.
And he goes to the same restaurant each and every night and orders, a meal, and he gets into his book and he's ready to just kind of relax and wind down, right?
Yeah.
Until he meets Chloe Grace Moretz.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
She's got like 8 names. I can never remember them in order, but we meet her. She's kind of a call girl, correct?
Yes.
A young one at that.
Exactly.
And they've, had minor conversations here and there, but Denzel notices her, and Denzel kind of notices that she's in over her head a little bit.
Yeah. He notices that. I think he feels compassion for her. You know what I'm saying? It's obvious what line of work she's in, and so obviously he's hating that for her, knowing that, her life is pretty much just not the greatest by any stretch of the imagination. Right. She's having to work all night. She's got all these crazy guys, and they show scenes of, these guys coming out being really just jerks of guys,
hateful and hurtful,
and she can see her many times. She'll be like checking her phone and then just trying to ignore the calls, and Denzel picks up on that, which he picks up on everything, it seems like, in this movie. He's just very observant. And he starts having conversation with her, and mainly like philosophical, kind of like reading this book, and I think that intrigues her, and I think she sees like the teddy bear inside him and kind of opens up that relationship there. But it's kind of surface level at the same time, really. You wouldn't call it like a friendship, and then to go and do what he does for her. Yeah,
it's pretty incredible. He finds out a little bit later on in the movie that she got seriously hurt, so Denzel's like, you know what? I think I'm going to kind of get in here and see what I can do. And what he can do is pretty amazing. He, we notice how particular he is and how he calculates everything, with just his normal job. But we notice that when he sees the bad guys, that he is so super smart that he can calculate where these guys are in the vicinity and how he's going to fight them. And we kind of notice that with the cinematography of this film.
Yes. It's almost like there's another movie, Sherlock Holmes. I think they do the same thing.
Good call.
They kind of slow everything down, or even Tag. We were talking about they kind of do the same thing. But they slow everything down, and you kind of like see like slow motion, like what's happening inside his mind, and you see him looking around the room. You see him like focus in on just like tattoos, rings, different things he can use as a weapon.
Sure.
And I love how he calculates. He carries a stopwatch, and not only does he carry it, it's more of like for himself to like. You can tell he's done it before because he is not just timing himself. He is predicting the time and seeing how accurate it is, so he can adjust accordingly on the next time he does something like that.
That's so crazy.
And so he'll just be like 21 seconds times. I think it ends up being like 19 or something, or 27. He subtracts 9 or whatever, 12 at the time he had talked to that guy.
Right.
And he's like, oh, it was like 2 seconds out. It's like this like slight, like this undertone, comedy. It's pretty awesome.
So are you into action films? You like the?
I do like action films. I feel like they can get mundane. I feel like you can see the same thing over and over.
Do you feel like this movie did that?
I don't think so. I think there would be aspects of it that would, but I think there's a lot of, like we were talking earlier with Fracture, I think there's a lot of really important dialogue between him and the characters. There's some relationships that develop, like you said, with the security guard, with Alina, the call girl. And then I just think there's this certain undertone of the movie that is like a self-righteous revenge. You know what I'm saying? It's like, let's say revenge isn't good, but in this movie it feels pretty awesome.
It does feel pretty awesome, man.
It's like you just want to see all those guys just eat dirt. They do.
Antoine Fuqua is the one who directed this film, and when we get to the final scene, we finally get to the post where Denzel's got his big gun, and for some reason it's just raining really hard and everything's in just super slow motion, and it just looks super cool.
Yes. I mean, you can't go wrong with it. I mean, if you like action movies at all, I mean, I don't even want to give away, the closing elements, but, just all the booby traps in the end, and, like you said, with the rain coming down, it's just a movie you got to see if you like action, even in the slightest bit.
Yeah, this is kind of Denzel's take on kind of like the Keanu Reeves' John Wick, or
exactly. Very well.
Liam Neeson's Taken. They are just bad dudes, and they're not going to be messed with, and they're going to get their revenge because they are not only stronger, but they're mentally stronger as well.
Yes, always outsmarting the other guy.
Did you see the sequel?
I did see the sequel.
Did you like it?
I thought it was really good. Sequels are hard. I felt like for a sequel, it couldn't have been done much better. Very good. Was it better than Equalizer 1? Probably not, but it was good.
What if they make a third one? Would you be in for that?
Definitely. They could make 9 of them. They could have the Equalizer on planet Mars, where they're running around on Mars, taking care, revenging on the Martians, and I'd be like, yeah, Denzel.
As long as it has Denzel in it, correct?
Denzel, yeah. As long as he's got a big gun, and as long as there's one scene where it's pouring down rain, then I'm good. Or if he blows something up behind him and walks away and it goes slow-mo,
he's in, man.
We'll watch it.
All right, you should be into. The movie's called The Equalizer, and of course, you can find it wherever it is you find movies, all right? Coming up next, we've got another Denzel film. It's called Inside Man. We'll do that next right here on the Screen Team.